listen to what he has to say, all right? He has a real inspirational story, all right? It might be something that catch your eye or something that you may hear that you want to follow in what Leo has. Go ahead, Leo.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? What's poppin'?
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up?
I like the energy. So guys, here's the deal. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not gonna give you anything to take home, no homework. Look, I was once you, I don't want that, right? So from now till the time you have to go, all I ask for you is just to chill out, just chill, and just listen to me, okay? I'm just gonna tell a story. That's all I'm gonna ask. Can I just tell a story? Cool? I got you. You got me? Can you hear me? Am I good? You good? You can hear me good? All right, thank you. Thank you. You good back here? Can you hear me good? Fellas, right here. Can I just tell this story? Just a little bit, all right? Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, so my name is Leo Ayrault, and I'm not born and raised here. I was born and raised actually in Japan. Moved here when I was 13 years old. 8th grade, moved to Virginia. New culture, all of my friends on the opposite side of the planet, 0 friends, by myself, all the time. Literally, walking down the hallway, you know, lunchtime sitting by myself, pretending like I had places to go. Really, I didn't, because I didn't have any friends. Year 2, had to move within Virginia to a different school. So right when I started to finally make friends, you know, through basketball, I had to say goodbye to my friends again. Year 3, had to move again. Now I'm back in Michigan, right? So I had to move 3 times in a 3-year period as I'm getting acclimated to the new American culture. Just like I didn't have any friends, you know, I was really nervous, right? Because I'm the only Japanese kid in the entire school. I didn't have any girlfriends, you know, like I was, not gonna lie, I was kind of a shy kid, you know, I wasn't anything spectacular in any way, stretch, or form. So I graduated high school from Troy High. I went to Wayne State University. That's your dream school? Okay, cool. So, you know, all my buddies that I finally created, they all went to Michigan State, Michigan. They're all partying it up, having a good time. Here I am going back and forth from school to work, school to work, you know, just being miserable. Like I wasn't having any fun. I was taking classes. Before I say that part, who here knows exactly what it is that they want to do with their life right now? Okay, to all of you guys who just raised their hand, you guys are liars. You don't know what you want to do. I don't even know what I want to do with my life. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm glad I'm getting your attention. Listen, guys, 1 second. So, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, right? So I was taking these business classes. I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to the lectures, and I'm like, I don't see myself doing this in my future. Why am I learning this? Who here thinks like that sometimes? Catch yourself saying, thank you for being honest, guys. So, I was going back and forth from school to work. School I hated, because I didn't feel inspired, you know. I'm the type of guy that learns better when I know exactly why I'm learning it. Most of you guys are like that, right? So, during that time period where I was doing bad in school and feeling down on myself and feeling miserable and feeling confused and feeling worried, I got a letter from my university saying, Leo, you are on borderline academic probation. If you don't get your GPA up, we're going to kick you out of the university. And I've never been a dumb student. Sorry for using that word, but I've never been a bad student. So to see that letter, I was kind of like, man, I got to step my game up, you know, like I can't be doing this. And coincidentally, right around that time, my grandpa, who I loved dearly, was diagnosed with cancer. So I was going back and forth from school, work, hospital, school, work, hospital. And every time I was sitting there right next to my grandpa, every step that he took forward in beating cancer, he took 2 steps back on the next day. So it was really sad times, guys. And you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. The person who loved me is dying, and everything was just crappy, right? Like it was a really bad. Are you guys still with me right here? Right? Thank you for paying attention to me. So my grandpa finally passed away, I was there in the room with my granny when the doctor came in and said, we're gonna have to pull the plug on him. And I'm just a 18, 19-year-old kid, right? Similar to you guys' age, and I couldn't believe what was going on. And I remember walking into the door, into where my grandfather laid, and it was just like the movies, guys, where the thing was, you know, the monitor, it's going beep, beep, and we're taking turns saying goodbye to my grandpa, and finally that monitor just goes beep. Like, I saw a human being just disappear with my own eyes. Has anybody experienced that before? You guys have? Yeah. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's surreal. It changes your perspective like that. So right when he passed away, I just had this huge epiphany. Everything just hit me, where I was like, look, I need to stop worrying about a lot of these things that I'm worried about. I need to stop worrying about school. I need to stop worrying about work. I need to start worrying about what it is that I have going with my life. All the family that's there, you know, value them. All the experiences that are happening in my life, value that. Don't really look at things that's lacking, like we'll take care of that. So I go to his funeral, and so many people from different walks of life were there to celebrate his life, okay? Everybody was there to celebrate my grandpa's life. It was like a huge party. If this was the funeral hall, it would be jam-packed. And so many people came up to me and said, Leo, your grandpa made a positive impact in my life. And I just wanted you to know that he was a good man, he spoke highly of you, and I was so blessed to have known him. And when I heard different people say this to me, it gave me another epiphany, this realization that in life, the most important thing is to positively impact as many people as you possibly can, so that one day when you guys die, there will be a lot of people to celebrate knowing you. That is the ultimate measurement of wealth. How many people can you impact? So I switched this mentality where it became my goal, guys, to positively impact as many people as I possibly could. Guys, I know you guys are snacking. Please, I want to hear, you guys are listening, right? We're good? Thank you, guys. So ever since I changed that goal, I started to think, what can I do for that person instead of why can't the world do this for me? And when I started thinking that way, I started to become creative. I started to think, what can I do? What are things that I'm good at? What are things that I see myself enjoy learning that I can incorporate into my ultimate goal, which is positively impact people? So my grandpa had this innate ability to talk to anybody anywhere and make them feel good and important. So I felt that it was my destiny to keep his legacy going. So I got into broadcasting. I wanted to communicate with people. I wanted to know and get to know a lot of people around the world. So I got into broadcasting because I wanted to interview people, right? And right when I did that, I went my first semester back. I went from an academic probation student to the first semester back, I got a 4.0. So I'm sitting there, I'm all fired up, right? I'm like, man, I knew I wasn't stupid. And how dare you to send me an academic probation letter? I'll show you what's up. So I did. And then I was working at this shipping department at the time. I was packaging shipments. I was working with a couple guys that didn't like me, that wanted to like see me sad because they were sad, and I was all this happy guy. And I just kept my earbuds in, and I was studying successful people. If you want to be successful, study successful people. Do research. Just keep listening to what they say, how they act, how they live their life. So I kept doing that. And one day, coincidentally, the world rewarded me. God, whatever you want to call it, rewarded me with an opportunity. This formula, guys, if you can write this down, if you can take anything away from my soliloquy today, it's this one thing. When preparation meets opportunity, it meets success. So a lot of people are worried about the opportunity part, right? We're all kind of worried, what are we going to do with our life? Like, what job are we going to have? Who's going to hook us up with a job? No. Prepare. Start cultivating the individual that you want to become. And then the opportunity will come. And the opportunity that came, guys, was the company that I was working at randomly decided to have a leadership event. You guys sports fans? Yeah. You guys sports fans, right? So the leadership event that the company that I was working at the time decided to have at Ford Field. And there I meet Jason Hansen. Do you know who Jason Hansen is? Okay, you know who he is? He was the kicker for the Lions, right? So here's this guy that I used to watch on TV, and he's standing there running this leadership event. So everybody was like going up to him afterwards, you know, taking pictures with him and whatnot. But I saw this as an opportunity. So I went up to him and I gave him my elevator speech that I prepared when I was listening to those earbuds to him. I said, Mr. Hansen, my name is Leo Ayrault and I was born and raised in Japan. And in this country, I realized to be successful, you need to have two things. Number one, you have to have the ambition to go and get what it is that you want. And number two, you have to know the right people to help you get there. And not every day do I get to meet a Jason Hansen. I'm not trying to come across as being pushy, but do you know anybody that made me able to point me towards the right direction in my broadcasting career? He's like, I like that attitude, man. Let me refer you to the director of broadcasting for the Detroit Lions. Boom. He became my reference. Contacted the director, he calls me back, we set up a meeting, and I prepared for this interview, guys. I looked up how to kick ass in interviews. I didn't look it up like that, but like kick butt in an interview. And I was prepared to do it. And I did it. And I got the job right there on the spot. Right there. And I wasn't like a broadcasting major expertise or anything, but I had the right attitude. And that's what got me. So I did this internship, and here I go walking in, right? I'm walking in my first day of job. I'm at Ford Field, you know, I'm seeing all the, you know, Stafford and all these guys that I used to see on TV. I meet Mr. Brown, like I'm seeing all these guys that I used to see on TV, and they're there. And when I took a look around and I started to realize, and I had this surreal moment, guys, because the greatest memory with my grandpa, my greatest memory with my late grandpa, was to watch the Lions play together. So the fact that I was there ever since he passed away to where I was now, the fact that I was sitting there right there was a surreal moment. And that's when I got to reflect and realize what it took for me to get there. And it's not really, yes, experiences and education is great, but really you guys have to have the right attitude, and you will achieve your goals faster than you expect. And my goal today, guys, isn't to reach every single one of you, because I know I'm not going to be able to do that, because I'm sure you guys have a million things on your mind right now. You got snacks on the way, we got places to go. I get that. But if I could communicate to one person here today, I achieved that goal. And to that one person who's listening right now, remember this: the people you surround yourself with is who you will become, okay? So if you surround yourself with 5 people who are getting in trouble all the time, guess what? You're going to be the 6th person that gets in trouble. If you're the 5 millionaires, you're going to be the 6th millionaire. If you want to be if you surround yourself with 5 kind people, you're going to be a winner just like them. So just surround yourself with good people, be a good person, and be happy, be grateful, and everything will take care of itself. Don't worry about anything, all right? So thank you guys for letting me share this story. And yeah, whatever's next. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Like, that's my story. Any questions? Thank you. What's up, man? Guys, listen, he's got a good... What's up? Oh, you want to know what I do now? So after my internship was over, right, I started to think, like, where am I going to start working? Who here wants to own their own business? Okay, let me tell you right now, that's possible. You can do it, really, honestly. It's not that hard if you choose to figure it out. Cool, okay? So after my internship was over, I really wanted to start telling stories, right? Because I wanted to interview people with my broadcasting. But I learned how to produce stuff, shoot videos, take photographs. I'm like, I can do this. Instead of working for somebody, I'm gonna take this knowledge and start my own and incorporate it in my own vision. So now I get hired for people like Mr. Brown and everybody else in the Lions family to come to their event to capture image. That's what I do for a living. Go ahead. Correct. You can call me that. That's my goal, man. Anybody else?
Okay, so you know there's too much of it.
Mhm.
I just didn't want that.
Go ahead.
I'm not like okay.
So you get where I'm coming from right now?
I'm never died in my life. Yeah, cancer.
Yeah. So I'm about to see you guys on the, you know, when you guys get your thing going, make sure you talk to me, all right? You can share stories. Thank you guys.